I do feel a little bit like a schoolboy on his first day at big school. I'm walking in with a little lunch bag. I couldn't look more conspicuous if I tried, because obviously I haven't got a fridge at the moment. So I've just got some hard-boiled eggs and a sandwich in there. It's got a cool block, so that'll do for now. And this is my change routine. I used to get up and do cardio, as you know, first morning, come back, shower and work from home, then go into the studio in the afternoon. But that's all changed now, and this is my commute to work. I've come the circuitous route this morning, but I just wanted to walk to the park, get a bit of exercise in before work, but getting in nice and early, so if BT do try to, or Openreach do try to deliver that parcel today, then at least I'll be there all day. And I should be in work for about 8:30, but excuse the audio, I didn't bring any microphones with me or anything. But I just suddenly thought, as I was walking to work, it would be interesting for you to see one of the journeys I use. That cemetery behind me, by the way. If you're a British movie fan, Diana Dawes is buried there. She used to live in the village with her husband, who was a theatre impresario. They're both buried there. I have been and visited the grave as well. It's very pretty. And the chemist underneath me, the guy that's now my landlord, he used to be the pharmacist there. And him and his wife are the pharmacist, and they own the business. They've sold it now. But apparently, when he opened up the business 30 years ago, the first person in there was Tessa Wyatt, talking of actresses, who is married to Robin O'Sullivan. I'm going back to a certain era. If you remember British television in the 1970s, you'll remember her. And apparently there's been Chesney Hawkes in there, Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson have been in there. There was somebody else as well, another actress. It was all very la-di-da. So Kevin Peterson's been in there, the cricketer. So yeah, there you go. A little bit back then. Anyway, I'm walking in now. I've got bags I had at home. I've got a whole load of reflex lenses, so they will go on the lens shelf. I will show you that later on. And the Pro Max are with me as well. So into my first full day of work. I'll catch up with you a little bit later. That's not a bad commute into work, is it? So this has been my first full day here at the new studio. And I can't believe I'm saying this, I actually feel quite relaxed. It's not been the busiest day as in money-making ventures, but it's also just been a day of settling in and bedding down. And I need to cut myself a little bit of slack. I mean, I don't think I'll miss a beat. I think I will get a story out this week, and I think I'll get a video out, and maybe even shorts now as well, because now I'm here, I've got a thing I can turn on the camera a lot quicker and easier than I did before. And when I got in this morning, there was a few changes that suddenly struck me, mate. That rise I've got at the back of the desk, it does its job well enough, but when the manufacturers made it, for some reason, they didn't put any wire cutouts in the back of it, which seems an obvious oversight to me. So when David was here last week, yet another favour he did for me was to drill a hole through there so I can feed cables through, which means I've been able to put the Scarlett 2i2 and the hub that I use lower down, more out of sight, more arm's reach, little quality of life improvements that just mean a lot or make a lot of difference. I had to pull the desk out a little bit to do it this morning. It was a tiny little bit of ag, but then I thought it's going to take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes to do, and then I've got all of that time sitting looking at a lovely desk setup. Before I left the old studio, I thought I had the desk about as nice as I've ever had it. Well, I replicated that here, but already improved it. And I've sorted out the Canon app as well, because sitting this far away from the camera means that it's very convenient to have the app to be able to focus and start recording, which is exactly what I've just done today. And it was a case of having to delete the old app, reinstall it, sign in again, and it's all been fine. So little things like that I did today have just, it took some time, but again, just once, be done once, and then they make a big, big difference. Subs. We're flying. 13 subs in the last 28 days. We're at 103 now. I forgot to mention we turned 100 until the other day, but we're now at 103. And I just love this channel. I love the feel. I love the vibe. And you know what? Something in me tells me that it might just begin to pick up. I hadn't intended to go back to daily again. I'm not saying I am going to do daily, but all the time I've had something new to tell you and something new to show you. I thought it was relevant and I thought it might be of interest. And it seems to have struck a chord. One of the other things I did this morning when I was at home last night, I found the AirPods Max, I bought them in, I've charged them up, I've cleaned up. Everything I'm using for the first time, I'm cleaning. The iPad Pro case has had a clean. The case on the AirPods Pro has had a Pro Max has had a clean. And when I was bringing that in, I realised also I had two other camera bags back at home as well. I had the sling bag that Reflex recently sent me, and also a whole bag full of reflex lenses that I've been using with the 17 Pro Max. And in fact, the story I've written today is saying why I've switched from the iPhone Pro Max to the Air. And as you know, it's because I don't need the camera functionality anymore. But that Pro Max taught me so much, and it's what set me on the journey to really wanting to discover photography. I know I had that other Canon. I don't know if this was because this one was new, it was mine, I don't know. But being new means there's also a load of relevant tutorials on it as well. This camera now, for instance, is set textbook to white balance and also to exposure using a grey card. And, you know, things like that, the older cameras you'd struggle to, but with a new camera, all of that information is there for you. Also, I've saved a preset on the Canon now. You get, I think, 3 presets. So in theory, with this light remaining the same, I should be able to just turn on the camera, turn it to that preset setting number 1, and everything, the white balance, exposure, ISO, all of that should log in again. So little things like that I'm learning as well. So again, this morning, as you saw the amount of bags, I think I only showed you that little lunch bag, but it just made a huge difference. Walking in, having a bit of time to myself, and I've got to walk home tonight in lovely weather, and I don't feel bone knackered. So it's going to be a lovely walk home as well. I might well walk back through the park as well, just to give myself a little bit of time. Somehow, and I know it's not just a case of the new clothes. This place seems to be more productive. It's only 5:30 and I'm already sitting recording the vlog. I'm not sat still at any point today. I had to go downstairs. There's a hardware shop downstairs. It's so villagey. I wish I could describe such a community. I needed a knife and fork to eat my salad with. So I went down there. They're already friendly, all remember my name. But it just feels more productive. I can get more done here. I've worked out that, of course, it's cool in the morning, but in the afternoon, the sun, as I mentioned yesterday, comes in from my right-hand side. And at the moment, that sun's really strong. So I drew over the curtain, the blackout curtain, before I started recording, just to save some of the heat and light. And because I felt on the carpet there, it was much, much warmer. And that's made it really tenable in here. It's currently 29 in here, but equally, I've just shut all the doors up and turned the AC off. There was one point today, I was actually feeling a little cool during the day. So, but again, being so close to home now, I can easily come in here early on, record, say, a short first thing in the morning, and it's done when it's cool. It's going to make such a difference. It really is going to make such a tremendous difference. I've also ordered a new XLR cable, 1 meter longer, so it'll be 6 meters, so I can travel that under the rug, so that'll be out of harm's way. And also, I just had a friend, and he owns the Italian restaurant. We've always used the Italian restaurant anyway. They've been, long story, but they've been shut since New Year's Eve. They're about to reopen, not through any fault of theirs, something to do with development and landlord. But anyway, he's coming to see me about some menus. You know, I've got the design business as well. But he was just saying what an amazing find this was, and you know how lucky I was to find it. And then I was mentioning about the fridge. I hadn't thought about looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I've just found a mini fridge for 25 quid, about 4 miles down the road from me. Perfect. I think I'll message them tonight and pick that up in the next hour. So it's just so I can have, when I bring sort of a bit of lunch in, like today I went to Tesco's and got a salad, bought some hard-boiled eggs in. I can just put that in the fridge, keep a bottle of water in the fridge, and that's all I really need. So everything's coming together super, super well. I need to try and find a place for a microwave, because I do like a bit of tuna and rice. I don't know quite where the microwave's going to go yet, but we'll work that out in time. And I think that was kind of all I had to say. It's just been really positive. All of that hard work that David and I put in last week, today bore fruit. Today, it just feels like everything's coming together. I had my first full taste of sitting working. Today, I've written a story. Okay, I'm a few days behind it. Normally, I start on a Saturday, but I can catch up. If that's the worst thing that happens this week, content-wise, hell, I can absolutely definitely live with that. I think I might move the shotgun mic a little bit more around to the front. But I know you said yesterday that the audio sounds better in here. It's nice. I love the lav mic. I haven't got a problem with the lav mic, but you know I'm a bit of a posh sod. And I like recording with the shotgun mic, treated in audition to try and give you the best experience, but just so I know it's been done correctly and be done properly. And that's why I probably don't need to shoot this in log, but I just like to know that I'm giving you the best that I can. It's me all the way through. And I hope the main channel has stagnated for sure over the last few weeks. I don't think that's just me. It seems to be many, many people. And I see the amount of creators that aren't getting suggested to me. So something's wrong. But I just hope that with a new energy, my body's beginning to recover now. And with a new energy, I can begin to feel more creative and come at this with a new vibe. It's not saying I can reinvent the wheel, but at least I'm coming at it with new energy. And as I said yesterday, maybe for a tech channel, maybe people like the idea of me being in a quiet studio environment. This week's video is going to be about the story I've just written. It is going to be about switching from 17 Pro Max to the Air. I think that's of general interest. We shall see. But it just feels really good here. I've got a lovely walk home coming my way in a bit. And yeah, everything just feels, well, I feel lucky. It's been, as you know, a hell. I'm not saying, you know, we've all got issues. So I'm not trying to play the mini violin here, but you know, I've been through the ring a bit this year and continue to do so to some degree. There's not a lot of sponsors coming through. I've got nothing for August, which concerns me. I've got a couple lined up already for September. Doesn't look like I'm picking up any sponsors to go to IFA. I was talking to Reflex. Did I mention I bought in all the Reflex lenses? I think I did. But I've got all my Reflex lenses laid out up there now as well. Yes, I did mention it earlier on, didn't I? Reflex and I were having brief discussions about going to IFA, so I'll follow that up shortly. So it's a bit concerning on that side. But look, I'm not going to have too many negatives for the time being. Right now, I've been through a lot and we've got to this stage. I've loved sharing it with you. Even when I was covered in dust last week, finding time to record something and make a vlog for you just meant well. But now, guess what? I don't have to go home and do it. I can upload it here and it's so quick. Oh, and the other router did turn up today. Royal Mail were useless. They left it in the pharmacy downstairs. Couldn't be bothered to walk up a flight of stairs. Luckily, they took a picture of it. Luckily, I recognised where it was and I went and picked it up. But yeah, anyway, it's turned up, which means I'm all set for the BT Engineer on Friday. So hopefully, 4 days' time, I'll have even quicker speeds. I can feel my productivity going through the roof because everything's lined up ready for me to work now. I know I can come in the morning, sit down, flip the camera around, record a short, and even the rig I've got on the camera now, I'm really happy with. I've got the Rode mic on the side just as backup scratch audio so that I know if for any reason this should fail, I've got backup audio baked in. I've got the field monitor on top. I bought the cage for the R50V, and I bought the mounting arm on top as well, which means I can put the monitor up there. I've got all sorts of mounting points. It's a mobile rig. That's predominantly why I bought it. When I was in that hotel the other week, that's how I was using it. But it's everything now just feels like, okay, Lewis, it's over to you. We've given you the tools. Go and be productive. I just feel it's going to knock some years off me where maybe I was getting stale and just come at it with new verve, new energy. I can come in the morning, record a video early on. I just can't wait to get going. So anyway, I love this channel. It's lovely to see it growing. Let's hope the algo begins to pick up on it. And yeah, I think today's video is going to be called I Feel Lucky. Seems right, doesn't it? I'll speak to you tomorrow.